Hi, welcome to another episode of Gridiron Hub Live. It's me, Will, again. You've not seen me for a couple of days, but tell you what, Owen, when Steve told me he'd get me to the Super Bowl, I didn't think he'd mean this.
I told you we'd get you here.
Yeah, I know. When I got it to you, I expected to be. Thanks for joining us, Quinn, again.
No worries.
Yeah, we brought another plus one along.
Hey, Quinn, what about you? When we told you we'd get you to the Super Bowl, I bet you didn't think we meant this.
No, yeah, I thought it would be a bit warmer, to be fair. So I've got the heating on. I've even to try and mimic Tampa, So
I just got a message saying we've got the Super Bowl. Like, do you fancy hosting it? And I thought I'd be sat in Tampa Bay right now. It turns out I'm at home and we've got the Super Bowl, so it's just as good. Anyway,
I genuinely thought there would be me and Owen sitting there rocking up with Tony Romo, giving our opinions. Yeah. Do you know?
There's always next year. We were too expensive, Quinn.
There is, and the hope is that it goes well tonight, and we can do a bigger, better eSuper Bowl next year. So we'll see how it goes. And that being said, you two are the guys who I consider, and I don't know why, are Madden experts. So Owen, what do you expect from tonight?
Kind of against the norm. So I kind of expect a lot of running the ball, to be honest, because everyone's playing this Tampa Bay offense for the pass. They got Gronk, they got Mike Evans, they got Brady. So everyone's playing that pass. Same with the Tampa Bay, Kansas City offense. Everyone's playing back. Cover 3, cover 4, drop in, very little pressure. So I think a run-based offense would work well against them teams. Eventually they're going to come up. And, Tyreek Hill can just burn him over the top. He's the fastest player in the game still.
Yeah, so is he still 99 rated? Because I know he was at the start. So
he's not going to drop in speed, is he? Come on.
You, the Madden experts. I'm just the guy who hosts these things. What about you, Quinn? What do you expect from the two guys tonight?
I think it depends on how they play Madden. I think if they're mostly like a sort of a muck player, then they're going to have a certain style of play. If they play in a league, they're going to have a certain style of play. Probably they're also going to have certain rules that are ingrained into them. So you'll probably find that if one of them usually plays in a league, he'll run certain defensive plays in sequence, or he'll not run 2 in sequence. And you'll probably find that actually, most guys now try to play Madden, I think, realistically. So hopefully we're not going to see any of the wee telltale cheeky wee Madden glitches or those lovely kick lags and all these other things that we see. But I do expect at some point someone will get properly maddened. Do you know what I mean? Which will be nice to see if we can pick that up. But yeah, I think you'll quite quickly see if there's a certain style of player going on. So.
Yeah, no, I think from the Madden tournaments we've hosted in the past, the one thing that always seems to happen in nearly every game is that at one point somebody head goes, they throw an interception, and that's it. You just know they're not because they've not got the ball, but the head's just gone, like it's just exploded, and so then they're just playing on tilt for the rest of the game. I mean, these guys don't know each other. I've kind of got them from 2 separate areas and arenas, so they've not come across each other. They've not played each other before, so I think that's interesting in the fact they're not going to know how the other one plays, and they're not necessarily going to know. Like you say, certain leagues will play in certain kind of patterns, and this is just not going to be there. It really will be interesting. What are your feelings about? Obviously, the Chiefs have got Patrick Mahomes at QB. David's actually got Patrick Mahomes with him. He's going to bring in at the end of the stream, so he's cheering him on. What do you think about kind of Patrick Mahomes probably being the meta quarterback in Madden at the minute? Do you think that could prove decisive for him, or Owen?
It's one of them. He can be the meta, but I think there are more meta quarterbacks out there. I think it is. That multi-purpose quarterback, that quarterback who can run. So, you've got Kyler Murray, you've got Lamar Jackson, any quarterback who's a true dual threat there. And obviously them two do bring more speed than Patrick Mahomes. What he brings is the arm talent and the throw power, which is phenomenal with the throw and the run. And he's got them receivers around him. So combined all together, he ends up being the best option as a whole.
I think if once we start watching and start playing, you'll notice that there's certain animations that they've got in for Patrick Mahomes. They're quite telltale, and I think the one thing that you might see is if this guy, if the guy who's playing the Bucs plays his defense really well and plays off the line rather than linebacker, you'll see big turnovers coming because there is a pump fake sort of animation that's inbred in it. So you're going to see that could be the telltale as things go on, The other thing as well is Brady's points were up. They've after last week they've moved him up. Is it to 96 or something like that now? So
I think he's now 96 overall across platform.
96 overall.
Mahomes at the minute.
99, or he might have come down to 98, but I think he's definitely up there. Do you know what I mean?
I think I was looking now. So, I mean, like Madden said here in the comments,
he is 99 overall.
You might struggle with a lack of mobility in old man Tom. That's one of my things. Like, whenever I play Madden online, the QBs always seem to scramble no matter what. Whether that's going to be a factor for Rory tonight. I mean, I know he's got the Gronk and Mike Evans and stuff like that. How do you think he'll fare with controlling old man Tom?
I mean, without seeing how he plays, without knowing him, it's hard to say. I mean, you can scheme around anything in Madden. So if you want to be that pocket passer, you can scheme it, even if people blitz. It just means you've got to read that defense. Your pre-snap has to be on point still. And you've got to be able to recognize, are you playing cover 2, cover 3? Because there are certain routes in Madden. It is a game. There are certain routes that will be open against cover 2 no matter what, unless they user it. So
and the other
it's
thing,
recognizing that.
The other thing to notice when you're playing with Brady on Madden as well is a lot of his sort of secondary stats are set up for closer passings. So he's more accurate on slant routes. He's more accurate on, these type of close pass inwards, that type of stuff, where Mahomes is an all over 99, but and Brady's got that whole catching, passer and catching, pass accuracy and catching thing stat up as well. So,
so you think there's going to be a lot of passes to the Gronk, maybe a lot of runs as well. I mean, what are the running backs like for the Bucs on Madden?
Anytime I've played them, I'm going to be brutally honest. Fournette's quite good, but I've always struggled a wee bit with the other guy. Do you know? With Jones and stuff. But I do like the running back when it comes to Kansas City when you play Le'Veon Bell. So I think it gives you quite a good spin as well. So, I think
personally, Le'Veon Bell, you get him out the backfield as a 5th receiver. You get him out there. You see, if he's on a linebacker, it's done. Like, you can just streak him. You can slant him. He's beating that linebacker either way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game between these two. Like I say, I need your predictions, and then we'll get into it. So, go on. Who do you think is going to win? I know without knowing much about each player, who do you think is going to win, Owen?
I think Cheifs. I've got to go with the Cheifs.
Quinn?
I don't. Well, I'm maybe sitting the fence. You never know who I'll raise my hat to as this sort of goes on. So, I'm going to say, well,
I'm going Bucs. You sit on the fence.
I might change as I go through. But you go Bucs. Well goes Chiefs. I'll sit in the fence. How's that sound?
Let's do it.
As soon as they're pretty much loading up right now, so as soon as they get into the game.
Oh, so
there we go. So we're into the game. This is the Madden Super Bowl, the eSuper Bowl. Looks like Bucs have got the
advantage there.
Let me turn the volume
realistic.
down. So they've got the correct stadium.
Here
we go. Welcome to Super Bowl.
No kick flag.
Oh, no kick
flag. He's going to bring it out or take the knee.
Let's take the knee.
So it'll be interesting how he starts this, whether he goes off with the aggressive kind of all bombs going on.
Hold on. Ball in air, play defense by speed. Oh.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
No, he's not changed that to buy speed.
I'm just going to do something.
Right, so let's see where Mahomes is going. So he's got trips. Yeah, going on the pass. That's an interception straight off the bat.
Is it going to be a pick six? That's the question.
No, it is. Not from there.
Pick six straight off.
What defense was that, Owen? Did you get a chance to see
I
that?
didn't get a look at that one.
I think it was cover two. Right, so now we've got a running play. Definitely. So
we've got a run or a slant.
Break it. From that.
He almost had that.
7 or 8 yard game.
If he does that all game, he'll be happy.
What's interesting here is the fact that Rory, who's playing as the Bucs, is not using the coach suggestion. He's actually looking for the play he wants to use. I'm not sure whether, obviously, we don't get to see David's side of it, but it'd be interesting to know what he's doing as well.
I mean, I'm probably looking at a 2 or a 4 here.
As you say, it looks like cover 4 to me, but we'll see.
Watch the corner.
Could be cover 2, show 4. Straight down the middle.
That's just
cross. It's not bad.
I think he read the cover 4 then, didn't he? And just played it underneath.
Meant cover 3 though, so he showed 2, went 3.
I mean,
he's moving the ball well here.
You can't. I mean, for me, and you guys know more, but I wouldn't be expecting Brady to pass deep, so I'd probably play cover 1.
I think what we're seeing here is you can see somebody plays a bit of franchise because they're going sort of a run pass run. Do you know what I mean? They're not doing that sort of a two plays straight up the middle.
Good tackle.
That was good. That was good call. That was man coverage.
Not bad. I don't know what so many people do this where they do go to that cover 4 quarters in the red zone inside that 10-yard line. Especially in the Kansas City playbook, there's a cover 3 with 2 underneath zones in there, which is the way I like to go, because then you've got the flats covered with the 2 zones and still the 3 deep with your middle linebacker there.
This is going to be an interesting play because he swapped in Scotty Miller, so I'd be looking for a really quick slant coming in here now.
The screens.
You see this, screen pass. Watch Miller moving up. That's where he's going.
Option. So he's watching this guy. No, run that.
No, he's
Great defense. Great defense.
That's brilliant defense.
That's just amazing play there.
Trey wide flex. Trey open.
3rd and goal from the 11. I reckon he's ran cover 1 a few times. I reckon we see some curls if he throws it.
Going level sail, is he? Let's see. He's going to try his options in running over. Let's see.
He's hoping for zone here.
He level sails, and your man. I think your man's went to man coverage there. Either it's cover 3, it's man coverage or cover 3 there. Because you get your safety at the back.
No, I think that's man.
Pick. I
just straight up to Evans. That's cheeky.
Yeah, that was definite man coverage there. So
he changed it up to cover 1. So like I say, if he'd have ran a curl there, I think he would have had that.
Do you know what? Considering David started with the pick, he's done well to keep him to a field goal, to be honest.
That's very good defense. He's bent, but he hasn't broke.
Hopefully, he's not going to throw a pick first play this time, but you never know.
Probably run it this time. I think some people throw straight off the bat just to see if they can get, get that sort of a cheap 10 yards, So nice wee juke there, but let's see. No, prevents concept play. Oh, look at this.
That's what you wanted to see. You want to see that by speed.
Well, you have to if you've got Tariq Hill. Do you know what I mean? So
it won't do much. He's still faster.
Cover 4. Cover 4 drop. This is. You think he's going long?
And around.
Jet sweep.
Well, you've got to use Tariq Hill speed, haven't you?
You can run that all game against that defense.
Yeah, not a bad play. You know, you want to use Tyreek Hill's speed. You've just thrown an interception on your very first passing play. Not a bad play call, really. It'd be interesting now what Rory decides to do, whether he's going to try and stop that or give him the first down.
So you've got the same jumbo. He's backing off in a cover three.
He's going trips again, so it's tight end attack if he doesn't run it. And it is tight end attack. Right
He's
across.
got it underneath. That's
Whoa!
it's a nice user, but a nice throw. He saw that. I wouldn't run that too soon again.
It is a first down, though, for Kansas City, which is great news.
So it's man coverage there now.
He's using that one safety. Oh, nice crash.
There we go.
That was a nice read on the safety there.
I think he expected the sweep again.
He came straight down the middle with the safety, so I think he was playing it safe. But
is Buccaneers using the? He must be using the. He's using the Chicago Bears playbook because he's got 3-4 bear there.
Yeah,
a
nice.
lot of defenses have it in.
I haven't given a stipulation on playbook, so
you got the crossers. Beautiful play to Kelsey right there.
That's lovely.
Do you know what? I don't know about you guys, but I love tight ends on Madden. I always seem to use my tight end more than anything.
Yeah.
I know I play Madden Ultimate Team. The first player I ever buy is a tight end.
Absolute get out of jail card. You know, there's the tight end straight up the middle. And what I like to see is I hope to see if the other users playing middle linebacker and they sort of pull off or they come in and then you've got that lovely wee sweet pass up the middle. You know, so
absolutely. It's one of them. Your receivers will do the damage.
I think I got you do that a couple of times.
Your receivers will do the damage deep, but tight ends are your safe ones. You know, they'll get you 9-10 yards.
Well, Kelsey has that really strong stat about catching and tackles and stuff. So, I mean, you kind of really do need to use them, especially against that sort of a defense. Do you know what I mean? So,
I'm wondering if we'll start to see some pressure soon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You really need to try and kind of blitz that sort of that line a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, with the weapons he's got, you can't.
Is that engage 8?
No, I think that's man blitz. Yeah, thunder. It's thunder smoke. There we go. Playmaker.
Threw into coverage there, but he got away with it, didn't he?
That was tight. It's maybe not the play I would have made, but it's a good play there. First down.
Cover 3 match. We're going for this now.
If you want to keep your quarterback from being hit, I suppose it's the play to do.
Yeah, it's cover 3 match. I think he's going trips again.
He likes these. Well, of course he likes.
He likes that tight end trips attack type thing. There, watch Hill right down the middle. That's a touchdown.
Even with matching him by speed, you can't do that with him. He will if you pull someone up, he's going to beat him.
Go on.
I'm saying if you're going to play that when they've played these teams before, you do need to sort of at the very. I found with Hill, you do have to sort of.
That could be a big miss. That could be.
You do have to drop back a bit. I think you do have to send your cornerbacks and your safeties back at the last minute. Do you know what I mean? To let them catch that, get that sort of a 10 yards on them. Do you know what I mean? He's so fast. Is that Scotty Miller?
That is.
Oh, nice wee juke. Oh, lovely wee return.
Nice little return.
He nearly got away with that one then.
Oh, fancy a wee HB. It could be, yep. Told you.
Yeah, I like that.
Like it. That's cheeky.
No,
definitely.
Defense is looking right.
Oh, he's swapping it.
Yeah, defense is perfect.
Oh, that's away. He's away with Fournette.
No. Oh, use the truck as well. Got a few extra yards there.
Yeah. I must admit, I prefer Fournette to Jones when you're playing the Bucs. I think Fournette's, he's just got a bit more power in him. He breaks tackles and stuff. Where Jones, I think caught
Jones
too easy.
is faster though, isn't he?
But I don't know. See, the problem is it depends when you pull that trigger. Do you know what I mean? If you pull that trigger too quick, I think the animations move quicker, so you usually get tackled quite quickly, like linemen and these type of things, because the games try to compensate for it. Where I think with Fournette, you don't have to pull it as quick. Do you know what I mean? He's got that strength, so he's going for another run here as well.
Who's better on the game, Fournette or Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry.
Henry.
Without a doubt. That man will average 10 yards a carry when you're trying to stop him.
Not a bad stop. He still got the first down, didn't he? But, only a couple of yards.
I don't like that play.
What was the problem with that play?
Well, you literally saw him. No, not a problem with the play. It's just that play in Madden. It's one of those where it's really hard to stop from getting a yard or two.
B.
He could be in there.
Godwin.
Yes, Godwin. He's already.
Oh, good tackle from him. Is that the linebacker?
Yet so far. Can smell that touchdown. He's going to maybe run it, and then see. I quite see one thing I've noticed about a lot of players when they get to the end zone, they sort of shy away from just basic slants, and sometimes it's the last play anybody's sort of expecting to happen is just double slants. Do you know what I mean? If you have really good receivers like Tampa Bay do, like Brown and Godwin and Evans, there's a good chance you're going to pull that off that quick. That stuff.
That looked like a face cage from here, but
face mask.
He grabbed a bit of everything.
Didn't get called. To be fair, it is Brady, so they probably just playing his QB for the Bucs. So
there's another 100 out his pocket.
Mesh cross. Yeah.
I always find with Madden these close games, like your game plan can
really have B open on this.
Do you reckon?
RB, watch this.
B will be wide open.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I always find, in these Madden games, because there's the clock can go so quick, your game plan can do just as much damage, So, for example, I think, is it who kicked off? Was it Tampa?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then threw the pick, didn't they?
So if David runs the ball down here and runs the clock down as well and scores, not only does he go up, he's getting the ball back as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big hit.
I've noticed with a lot of games in Madden, if you can finish the first half by a touchdown and start the second with a touchdown, it's harder. It's really hard to come back.
That's what I said to you, Quinn, the other day. Well, I think while we were playing, personally, I prefer to actually kick the ball away and then receive it to start the second half. Even I set the preferences to that.
Oh, pick six!
No!
That's a hell of a play.
That was cheeky. We bit of time there as well.
10-point lead for Tampa going in. Well, David's got to certainly step up now.
Was he playing the zones there? Was he playing them down? Hard flats?
Yeah, he was playing. I think he was playing zones. Yeah,
that definitely played it like a hard flat. So that was a nice call on defense.
See, I think he covered. He was in. It looked like cover 4 drop, but I think he actually audibled it. He's sort of audibled. Do you know what I mean? His cornerbacks up. Do you know what I mean? While having his safeties drop, which would look quite nice. Do you know what I mean? So.
I don't know about you guys, but if I was David here, the Kansas City Chiefs, I'd be trying to keep hold of this ball and get that clock down and score just before the end of the half.
Oh yeah.
Getting the ball back at the start.
I would, but also he's playing cover 2 now. You've got Tyreek. I'd attack the middle. Anything with a post route in it, I'd dial that up now. If you've got the post play. Put it in.
You caught me with that a couple of times. That was a real cheeky one right over the middle the last time we played.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
If I notice it and I can get into it, I'll run it. Like works against cover 4 as well.
4. Now watch, very last minute, he's going to push them back. No,
that was nearly a very nice cut.
3rd and 8.
Read that. This is the only issue now because he knows he's got to pass, really.
Yeah. cover 6, really. 5 DBs on the field. What's he went for? He's not. He's went for that. No, he's going for that tight end attack again.
Yeah, he's got to see that. Tyreek on a curl, Tyreek on an out, Tyreek on anything has that.
Oh, he's scrambling. Lovely. Oh, lovely, Duke. Lovely scramble. 3 minutes to go.
Quinn, I think you are, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in one, yeah.
We're going to talk about the that specific Madden League after the stream, so because they've been quite helpful in organising this, so we will get into them. But yeah, I'm surprised he didn't slide then. I know, you know. The best thing about the slide animation is it actually slide tackles the defender and twats him, so like, you can't.
Do you know something? I'll be brutally honest with you. I can count in one hand the many times I've actually got that animation to work. Usually, what I end up doing is diving head first into the safety or the cornerback.
I think that's initiating contact with the crown of your helmet.
Do you know something? It is one of the most butt clenching moments in any game. You think, I'm going to fumble this. I'm going to fumble this. You know?
It's when you do it when like you're trying to kill the clock and you've just picked up the first down. And you're like, I'll slide now. No, I'm diving.
And Hill was away there. Hill was away.
2-minute warning. He's driving the clock down. Come and think of it, Tampa Bay getting the ball at the start of the second half, aren't they? So it'd be interesting if he does score, whether he goes for the onside or if he you know, because depends how long's left on the clock, I suppose. It'd be interesting to see how they use the timeout. They've all got 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I'd go for the timeout, not the timeout, the onside kick now. Like, if he scores, I'd get it done now because they're going to expect it in the second half, especially towards the end. So you just got to get it done at random times, haven't you?
Jesus.
Oh, that was nice, straight across the middle to Hill there. That was.
And what was the green thing hovering above certain players? That I seen like a green thing going across. What was that?
That's usually if you're trying to match up, isn't it? For one, if you're sort of matching up.
Oh, on that
green thing there. That's stamina, or that's that's your on your way before you superstar or whatever. You know, that kind of idea before you play your trait.
No, he was like, it was the D line. All the like getting a green arrow above the head and it was moving. But
if it's pre-snap, that's who he's currently selected on.
Yeah, there it's there. So he's moving his corner back up. He's thinking about maybe going.
That's a nice play.
That's it. Oh,
that's lucky.
I was going to say that was a bit of a second and 10. Would you Shorts was on. I mean, for me,
better defense.
For me, I'd be scrambling my QB more, but I don't know about you guys. Like, I think we've had one QB scramble.
I don't know what. I haven't played the Cheifs playbook, so I don't know what's in there. But I would like to see some sort of fake with a rollout flood, something like that.
Yeah,
that'd be nice in this area.
No one's used a timeout. He's on the goal line here. First and goal, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, he's running down. He's trying to run down the clock a wee bit because you don't want to score too early. Do you know what I mean? Especially with that sort of a minute to go. So,
unless you can get an onside.
At what point do you call the timeout?
If he doesn't score here.
Yeah, no, he's
now because he missed the kick in the first.
Oh,
who's that? Le'Veon Bell, was it? 25? Was that Bell? Was it?
Straight down.
It's sorted itself out there.
4-point game with a minute left in the second quarter. Now it is interesting. What does he do here?
He's going to go straight up, isn't
he? Yeah, I would as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you would.
But I got that. See when you went, I got that the other night. There's some that they went for they thought I was going for the onside kick, and I did that wee kind of squib kick to the other side and recovered it, which was really nice. I'm going to try that on you again. Now I know where to hit. Press the buttons.
There is method to the onside kicks. There is places where you need to hit it.
Yeah.
No, there's not. you got to get the power under the accuracy, but the gap between them has to be just right.
I have a suspicion that Rory is going to be pulling out a play which he knows works for a touchdown. He's just called it. He's just done.
Hold on.
There it's shakes. Is he going to shakes? No. Slants. X.
Cover 2 drop. Nice play. Oh, Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller's away.
Go on, Tyrone. Honey Badger's back there.
Jesus Christ, he's quick, that Miller.
Yeah.
Oh, he reckons he can have Tyreek in a race.
Do you know something? In real life, as well as Madden, he is the most underestimated wide receiver. Do you know what I mean? About just now. And I think he's going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of this year. And
it depends what happens with their team, though. It depends.
If he sits on the bench for most of the games, why? No. Oh,
he
lovely.
had X as well.
He had everybody there.
Oh, Fournette put him down.
What do you do on defense here then? Say you were playing this game, what are you doing on defense?
See, for me, I would probably do some like a cover 3, but actually like make all my bring everybody up, like push everyone up.
I would not do that. I'd probably go cover 3 hard flat, pinch line, spread linebackers in a contain.
See, I always think though when I do stuff like that, I end up getting caught over the middle. Right over the middle, I get caught on it. Do you know
that's where your mic is.
Well, interestingly enough, Rory's not taking a timeout, so he's expecting to score on this next play.
Yeah.
You just need to run a screen against this. Screen against goal line is golden.
Oh, great. Another great defense. He's going to take the timeout now.
He's got to.
Yeah.
And he's got...
Yeah, he's going to go for it again, isn't he? And then he'll have one shot at this, and then if he doesn't score this, he's got the field goal.
He'll have two.
Do you think he'll go for the field goal, or do you think?
Yeah, I think he'll pass this.
It's 3rd and goal. It's a touchdown game anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I would definitely be going for the field goal and make sure it's 20-13. You have to score that
RPO zone peak. That's what I'd go for. Something
fast
along them lines. I wouldn't run slants. You've already ran them on this drive.
Yeah, but think who he's got on the outside. There you go. Told you, Evans and Goodwin. Watch Miller. Bet he goes to Miller.
Godwin.
Watch Miller. Why? There it is. Told you.
I think David sent everybody then, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, he went full engage 8. He had 3 people back.
See, again, there's Scotty Miller. It's a player nobody picks up. And he's so fast as well. Do you know what I mean? He's brilliant.
It's not the defense I would have said as a go-to for anywhere on the field, really. That's a Hail Mary defense. That's the only way I really see an engage 8. Yeah. Or what I like to play is engage 9, which I did a few times with Quinn.
Yeah.
I went engage 10 once, which
you're gonna have to explain what engage 8, 9, and 10 are because not everybody knows.
It's the amount of people you're blitzing. So engage 8 means you've got 3 people back, deep zones. Engage 9 means you've got 2 and everyone else is blitzing. And engage 1 means 10 players on the field are rushing for that quarterback.
I love the fact David's just chucked that out of bounds with a second left on the clock because, he's not going to go for a Hail Mary at all in this play.
Oh, I don't know. Tyreek Hill, I think he was wanting to see if he was open there.
He's just testing it.
There it is. Hill.
I don't get that. How are they running step for step with Tyreek on some plays,
No.
It's things like that with Madden. It's like, so some plays you keep up, others you get burnt.
I must admit, the only time I've ever managed to complete a Hail Mary and score it was with Tyreek Hill.
I've done a couple.
So going into half-time, the Bucs are 24-13 up with the Bucs receiving it. Kansas have got to make a stop on defense here. Surely all the game's getting away.
Oh, they have to be, yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I think I would have onsided with that kick.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Otherwise, what you suddenly look if he scores now 31-13, you're down 18.
Yeah, but he has
three-score game.
He has nearly stopped him twice on defense.
Oh, a wee cheeky wildcat.
Come.
It's a wee wildcat.
Now
Is he taking the piss here?
No, this is
no. Watch this.
This is legit. I wouldn't have handed it off, but yeah.
Is that a loss of yards?
It's a short game, but I think he had it open for Ronald Jones.
Yeah.
He's taking the piss, isn't he?
See, he wants to chew a wee bit of clock because he knows he's going to get the ball back. So you need to chew it's a wee bit of time management going on here as well. So definitely chew the clock, let him get it back. Even if he scores a touchdown and takes 2, it's still a field goal game. Do you know what I mean? So then you're going to get the ball back. You know, you need an interception, and that's the big issue. Do you know what I mean? So
this is a big defensive play here. 3rd and 5. Yeah. It's going to punt it, I imagine so.
The last thing you want to do now is give away an interception. Do you know what I mean? In the 3rd quarter with 5 to go. So
what defense would you put out here? I know you can see his offense, but if you couldn't see his offense, what would you be going for?
Personally, I would do a man coverage on this.
I'd be going for whatever you're comfortable with on this. I'd be going for whatever your defense is, whatever you're used to.
That's a cover 2, show 4.
I would not.
A's away.
Oh, that's not a first down, though, is it?
That's a big stop.
Should be a 4th and 1.
Oh, is he going to go for it? You've got to punt it here. Show respect to your opponent.
I'd still go for it.
Out of curiosity, in the leagues, are you allowed to go for it on 4th and 1 in the leagues, or did he have certain rules?
Only in our league, you can only go for 4. You can only go for a 4th and 1 as long as you're in the other person's half.
Right. Okay.
And that's when you can go for it. It used to be, I think you can only do it, and you can only go for the onside kick in the last quarter. You can't go for it if you're behind in the last quarter. And if you're more than 3 touchdowns ahead, if you're 21 points ahead in the 3rd, you have to chew clock. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if the guys from Madden Out of Hours want to let us know what the rules are in their leagues about going for it on 4th down. I'm just curious how other leagues work. No, Quinn is trying to get a
Wouldn't have been allowed to have gone for that at all. Is that because of where he was on the field, or because he's ahead? So what's the reason to that logic?
Some people don't. Some leagues don't allow 4th and 1s at all. Do you know what I mean? But we do 4th and 1 as long as you're in the opposition's half. Do you know what I mean? So
you want to try and keep it as realistic as possible.
Okay.
Field possession plus. All right. Okay. So field possession plus leading. So probably because he was in his own half, and he's ahead. Then fair enough. That's a fair enough rule. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, you don't want to 50 burger everyone, do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course you do.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I like. Them rollouts.
Oh, that was a dangerous throw.
So 3rd and 9. This will be an interesting time.
Well, he's had his chance, David, to get back in, and is he gonna,
cover 6? Yeah, cover 6.
Yeah, it's a nice go-to.
Drop back.
But he's running a route to the left, I reckon.
You got to go for
that trip again. Yeah, there's your drop back, so you don't get caught with the Tyreek Hill. Although Hill's away.
He's done it
Hill's
again.
gone.
Hill's gone.
Hill's away there. That'd have been touchdown time.
I like that play, but it needs to be set up slightly differently. I see what he's trying to do there.
Now, see that? There's that animation I was chatting about with Mahomes. See how he moves the shoulder and he goes to semi-pump fake?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's always
for this. 4th and 21.
Wow.
He saw Hill, but Hill's covered.
No way!
Wow.
Chiefs trying to do too much. Yeah, unfortunately, in these games, players tend to lose their head. We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean,
I remember the time I beat Owen in competitive.
Oh, come on, Will. I lost it in that game completely, though.
Your head went, mate. It was brilliant.
Mate, it was gone in the 1st quarter, and I was just lobbing it all game, throwing picks. It was terrible.
I haven't played Madden since before.
Just out of curiosity, right? With the guys that are doing the Madden out of hours in their league, if you're ahead like this, do you have to? Does he have? Is he used to running the ball? Because he's done 2 running plays. You know what I mean? He's, true clock. He's not throwing it. Do you know what I mean? Which makes me wonder: is that their kind of rule? Only need 3 plays of 4 yards to get first downs.
You do. Okay.
Yeah,
mathematically, yeah, definitely. But I mean, I don't play personally. I don't play Madden like that either. It's
I know in our league, the way we play it is you can't run all the time. You can't just spam a play and run it and run it and run it. Do you know what I mean? So, all right. So so they're trying not to hit 50 burger or, all the time. Which is fair enough. Keeps it interesting.
I know we've discussed this in the past. We will try and sort some more Madden stuff out for Gridiron Hub. So if anybody is interested in playing tournaments, leagues, connected franchises, hit us up. That being said, I am officially retiring from Madden from today.
We're not playing on the yard.
I'll play. Well, I tell a lie. I'm not I'm officially announcing that I won't be buying Madden 22. Should I say that?
I'll send it to you instead.
For one reason and one reason only. College football's back, baby.
Yeah. But
I'll be on college football. I'll be on college football. Don't care.
Will it be ready, or will you have to wait another year?
Don't care. I think it'll come out in September. If they're sensible, they'll use the same mechanics as Madden. All they have to do is design new.
That's not if they're sensible.
No,
if they're sensible, they'll remake the game into a good one that people don't complain about.
Please use the same mechanics as Madden. No. Madden is terrible at the moment. It is. I would say this is probably the worst Madden ever.
I'll still play it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else to play.
That's pissed me off.
You just ruined Will's evening.
Looks like I'm getting Madden 22, boys.
Yeah. We'll see you on it.
Can I say Madden on the X series Madden, because I play Xbox, right? But on the new generation, the new console, the animations work so much better and the menus work so much better, and it's actually a really nicer game to play, which makes me really.
A PlayStation 5, you should play it.
Yeah, well, I think, it makes me really cynical that they made a game for the new generation and then try to dial it back. Or actually, this is basically a really bad DLC for Madden 20. Do you know what I mean? And their genuine focus was on the new generation consoles, because it's a different game when you play it between the two. Do you know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah, interesting you say that. I said to Owen, since I've had the PlayStation 5, I haven't downloaded Madden, but I'm going to get it tonight, and I'll have a couple of games on it. Oh, he's away with Hill.
Away. Lovely meet you.
He's done it.
Can we get a highlight of that?
Well, he could be back in the game, eh? He's going to go for 2.
Absolutely agree. Towan just came up there and he said that basically it's a completely different game. I completely agree with that. It is a completely different game.
From a point of, I know you got, from my point of view, I'd prefer them to make a better game, because at the end of the day, they've got to recycle a lot of the work. So I'd be like, well, if you've got all this power here to use it. And if you have to dumb it down for the last generation, or, then that's fine.
Nice. Oh,
do you know? I tell you what I would prefer if they did, right? I would prefer if they brought out a game every 2 years that was perfect, but gave us in year, so you bring out a game this year which is perfect, and then next year you give us a DLC, which is the new teams, the new rosters, right? And you don't really, unless there's some glaring patches needing done, and then you concentrate on the following year. Do you know what I mean? And I think, because I think what's happening now is a lot of people are turning around and saying, actually, we're just not going to bother buying these games anymore. So they need to change their pricing structure and their marketing. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, well, I'm a fan of the FIFA franchise, and they do the same thing. It was interesting that Pro Evolution Soccer, or whatever it is now, PES 2020 or eFootball 2020, whatever they changed the name to, they've gone to that model now. So instead of buying the same game every year, we're just updating rosters.
DLC.
They now just released the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 20 quid a year.
Do you know what? It's interesting. I think, obviously EA Play and everything is now under the big sort of that you get it free with your Game Pass Ultimate if you're on Xbox, and I can see a different pricing structure coming up there pretty quick. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously they were forced to, give free access to the new gen and all that kind of if you bought it before, and I just think that people are getting really annoyed at this yearly churn out of games. They're just going to stop buying them soon.
Yeah.
I think they're less annoyed now, aren't they?
Oh, Pick! This could be the game here.
Hello.
Big man.
There's a game on now.
Oh, there is a game on now. Hey, welcome to the Super Bowl.
We're in the 5 yards.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it'd be interesting to see what they do with the college game. I loved it. I still play NCAA 14 on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, who would you play if you're playing? And if you're going to play the college game, what college team are you going to play?
Easy. You do know I prefer college football to the NFL.
Yeah.
And the only team I support in American football plays for college, so I'm always going to choose my college team. Boise State Broncos.
Ah, very good.
All the way, my friend. All the way.
All the way.
Do you know what somebody's done? And I'm debating doing it. So people have modified Madden on the PC and added in 32 college teams.
Okay.
I'm debating downloading it, and if I didn't have to buy Madden again, I'd definitely do it.
Well, you're basically going to end up with that product anyway, aren't you?
Eventually, yeah. Obviously, but if anybody out there has a copy of Madden 21 for the PC and they want to get it over to me, we'll stream some college football.
We've had 2 runs in a row here.
I'm trying to think. The only sort of a college team that
we have a full-on game right now.
We have a game on here.
This is what?
Now, do you go for your onside kick?
I wouldn't go for it right now.
No, I wouldn't go for it. His defense is playing well.
I think for 2.
I would.
No. Oh, I thought he was going to go for 2.
It doesn't matter.
All day. Fake field. Oh no, he's got it.
It was a touchdown either way. The field goal wasn't enough.
It was a 2-point game. Yeah, it was a touchdown.
No, years ago somebody got me an Under Armour. It was a Trojans hoodie. Do you know what I mean?
Trojans.
Well, they got me. Fun enough, that was somebody bought me it as a present, so I kind of started watching it, and I was like, "Oh, aye, yeah, oh well, okay." Do you know what I mean? The only other thing is somebody bought me a Miami Hurricanes top.
The U. I hate the U. I don't like the U.
Do you know what I mean?
Mine was the same.
I'm Owens, an Oregon Beavers fan.
No, I actually got bought a Ohio State hoodie, and that's the only reason I started watching college ball.
Yeah.
You got who? Who was it?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we've definitely got a game on here. Tampa find them second and 12.
Yeah. So we were in America. We were in America a couple of years back.
For the Boise State in there.
I've got to be honest. I'm glad Towing can spell Ohio correctly. I'm slightly disappointed. Oh my god, that's a big drop.
Wow.
It does.
A wee bit of stamina lost there, by the looks of things, defo.
It's with them running down as well.
Someone's commented. Come on, Figgins, he's got support. Come on.
That's what's happened. People are watching now.
As the question is, has Rory lost his head or not? We'll find out on this play.
This is a nice play, though.
Big play.
Jones on running back. Watch this. Jones on running back.
He's got a line manned up.
Jones on running back.
Good stop, though. This is a game. We have a game on in the Super Bowl.
4th and 2. Go for it.
You can't.
He's
I don't think the rules allow it.
They do in this game, don't they?
Well, yeah,
No, he can't go for it. He could go for it.
I didn't think there were any rules on this game.
Rules coming in.
I don't know.
Well, thank you very much.
I'd take that.
I'm taking that. Absolutely taking that.
Big game on though. 5 points. I'd run it down here. Would you try and wait? Where's he at? He's at the 25.
Yeah, I can't believe what a game we've got on here. It's gone from like
you can't take 4 minutes off the clock in one drive. I'd just run this as normal. If it was less, I'd be thinking about making this the last drive of the game.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Down to 40 now.
I think that's you, Quinn.
No, I'm just
yeah, that's the Scottish one.
By the way, guys, for those of you who are watching on different, Twitch and stuff like that, we do a load of streaming on Facebook. So make sure you check us out on Facebook, which is Gridiron Hub. We do a lot of news and stuff like that. So, for example, this week I've interviewed a Super Bowl winner, which was amazing. I don't know if you guys caught that. That was a great show.
We're both here.
And then on Sunday, you two clowns have got a show. Do you want to quickly tell us a little bit about that?
We don't really know what we do.
So we sort of just talk about we run down some of the previous games, any big issues, any rumors, trades, and then we just chat about our own thoughts about what's going on in the NFL, our own opinions on like QBs or RBs or anything like that. We sort of just general chit chat and nonsense,
Sort of a focus on one thing a week, deep dive it, and usually get distracted and end up talking about something else. But it is, it's a general chat around football.
Getting back to this game, you can see David's kind of head's back in the game.
Absolutely.
He seems to be marching Rory all over the pitch where he wants. It would be interesting, like you say, because if David does score, there's going to be time, you'd imagine, for Rory to have one last crack at it. And wow, I don't know. Oh, 2 minute warning.
2 minute warning. He might be chewing clock. He might be now trying to give him as little time as possible.
See, I always think as well, it depends what you're doing here. There you go again, sort of a cover 3 drop again. But
he's been running this all game.
Yeah.
He's figured it out. Like
Edwards a layer up the middle again.
I'm surprised Tampa haven't taken a time out there, but
nah.
A lot of Figgins fans here.
Yeah.
I take it that's a Figgins fan.
Well, who knows?
Who knows?
I would definitely go for a bit of pressure here. See that over 3 screen? That's what I'd have went for there.
Is anyone reading that? And the guy who's in all the Adam Sandler movies and just
you can do it.
You can do it. That's all I can say.
That's the one. Cover 4 again. Not a fan.
Flag.
Flag.
No,
that's pass interference. That's coming back to pass interference.
What's the flag for?
There's a flag on the play.
Illegal contact.
Flag on the play.
Oh, that's a big flag. That's a big call. This game is the most interesting. I hope the Super Bowl is this interesting on Sunday, don't you?
Absolutely.
I'd be moving out of the 2-4-5.
Oh, I'm sure you would, Towin. Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Sure. That wasn't no Madden bullshit. That was his users.
Oh my God!
Oh no! Do not.
What we've got to remember here is David has to score a touchdown. He can't get a field goal.
Yeah, and that was he could have scrambled there. There was a gap on the line for a scramble. Do you know what I mean? And move Mahomes out, but see,
I like that call, guys. I know it. I like that call. It wasn't actually on who he threw the ball to, though. It was further down the field when the route started. It was as he was dragging his user out.
We've got a Tony Romo V2 here. Oh, everyone's saying a Rory pick 6 is incoming.
No, slants to the left.
It's
TD.
Hill.
Oh, wow.
It's TD time, baby. Oh no.
Well, do you know what? The Rory's got 3 timeouts and a minute and 20 on the 12 on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, it's not unheard of. He did it at the end of the first half. He literally drove the pitch and scored.
I don't know if I would go for 2 here though, because that makes
You've got to go for 2, haven't you? You've got to.
Do you know
a field goal takes it to OT then.
It's quite interesting that they run slants too. The both guys have ran slants for TDs in this game now as well. Do you know what I mean? Which is quite interesting because not a lot of people do that these days.
Oh, that's a nice crash. I still like the play.
Do you know why? If you'd have got that, do you know if you'd have got that pick 6 there or the pick 2 again? Do you know what I mean? That would have been
them apples, Brady.
Oh, there was a missed extra point earlier, if we remember.
Yeah, there was. There was.
1 point game with 1:12 to go. Shotgun pass reactions.
I don't know if it's just me or not here, Quinn. Obviously, you play Madden as well, Quinn. I wouldn't have wanted to take that in there.
No,
I would have given myself up on like the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Because make him kill them timeouts rather than just straw. Like he's going to have X.
He's not getting out of bounds, though, is
lovely. That was lovely wee bit of juke in there.
Oh, he was trying.
He's not using his timeouts. He's got confidence in his ability. I suppose you need a field goal to win it, though, doesn't it?
Just play action seams. Hey.
He's away.
The middle.
Gronk.
Right, what do we do here, guys? Do we play for the field goal, knowing how laggy the servers can be, or do we go for it?
Oh, no, you go for the touchdown.
Oh, you go for TD.
The thing is, though, Kansas have still got 3 timeouts.
Yeah,
this is a Cobra Kai moment. This is strike first, no mercy. Cobra Kai down the middle.
Get out. Cover 2, down the middle.
There it is. Gronk. Big
They're
Gronk.
both open.
Oh.
No good. It's called no good.
Yeah.
No. Stick nod vertical as well.
God, this game has been epic. We should do more of these.
You should have seen mine and Quinn's the other night.
Nice. No.
No. See this? No, I don't like the corners here.
X.
Oh, it should have been. Oh. To be fair, we did invite Madden out of hours onto the show, but he declined.
Is he going for it? 3rd and 1? Going to go for it?
He's got to go for this. He's going
for it. Why aren't you running this down the middle? You've got 23 seconds.
He just had a play in there. There was a Y fork. There was a fork wheel. That play is money against this.
Oh, I wouldn't go for this. Definitely not go for that. Slants.
Slants I go for. Corner.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
What's the flag on the play?
That's coming back.
What's the flag for?
That's coming back.
Rough. No, it's not.
Nothing.
No.
Well, 16 seconds left on the clock, and Kansas have got all 3 timeouts remaining.
This is where he loses his head, though.
Oh, does he? Though? What a game, though! You know what I mean?
Oh, what a game!
16 seconds on the clock. We got Ali G's watching.
What a game! But I mean, this is where you've just got to start bombing, innit? You've got to have your deep play.
There we go. I got our 2 now.
You know what?
We could go into overtime. This should be easy. This should be excellent if we could get a cheeky overtime, go into overtime.
Cheeky overtime, extra.
Do you run it out or do you take your 25 here?
I take 25 here because you got to factor the time as well.
I mean, what?
If you run it out and take 6 seconds off to get to the 30, is 5 yards worth 6 seconds?
Yeah, true.
This is definitely. What's he going to? He's going to be worrying now. He's going to be worried. There's this cover 4. Worrying about Tyreek Hill all the time.
How much time did I have to do this against you, Quinn?
12 seconds. Cover 6.
I'm
Cover
sure I
three
got a
marks.
few kick. I got a kick return in my live stream game against. What was his
I got
name?
one for a touchdown.
Yeah, so did
Yeah.
I. They're
Is he
obviously
playing-
not. They're obviously.
Oh,
they're
Quinn,
obviously
cover
amateurs over at.
I know what it needs to call to beat this cover 2. That's the annoying part. And it would win
Break
him the
down.
game.
He's not got it. He's not got it. 6
He's
seconds.
not got the time. Slide.
Four.
I'm out.
Well, fair enough.
Time out.
Oh, that's stressful.
Oh, if he'd have done posts in there, that'd have been him,
Man up,
wouldn't it?
3 deep. Drop everyone. Give cushion.
Where's Tyreek Hill?
Posts in.
Is
Posts
the only,
in.
I don't get why he's in. Why don't
Oh,
you
it's
have
gonna
like
be a big
Nico
sack.
Hardman?
Cover. He's in.
Oh!
Oh no!
Tampa Bay
guts,
wins.
glory. Well done, man. I like it.
Well
What a
done.
great game. Well done to both.
Great game on that one.
Rory
Like,
and David, because that was a great game.
that was 2
That was
potentially
class,
game-winning drives.
Hopefully they're going to join us to have a quick chat. We'll have a quick 5-minute chat with them in here, and then I reckon you two you wouldn't be celebrating like that after the Super Bowl, would you? Like taking photos with your mates.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No, well, to be fair though, it's not a complete walkout. Like it was a close game, so you probably would be happy enough. Like, but
Wait till you see the Scottish commentator. He actually looks like Tony Romo.
don't know. Did I say I
that
called
note-
that at the very beginning?
I thought you said Chiefs.
No, I'm pretty sure. Look, I've got the hat, man. Do you know what I mean? It was always
you
always
sure?
going to be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts? I'm just going to try and get them in. You tell me what your thoughts are after the game.
It was a bloody good game.
That's one of the best games of Madden I've seen in a long time. Like that, it was realistic.
Yeah.
But
He dipped in the middle, but I think he figured out the defense, and I think without that dip, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
But to bring it back at the end like he did, bloody good game on that.
At halftime, we thought the Bucs were going to walk away with it, and credit to David, he brought himself back into it, and 16 seconds on the clock was winning. So, fair play to you. I've asked them to join the chat so we can get them in.
Yeah, that's a fair point. They might have won if they hadn't gone for the 4th and 21 because that field position was golden.
True.
Yeah.
That first pick as well.
Yeah, the very first play of the game.
Yeah, first pick. That was an extra 3, wasn't it? So.
Hi, David, the Chiefs fan. How you doing?
Well, David, well done.
Oh.
I tell you what, 16 seconds on the clock, you were winning.
Oh no! And to be honest, I'm glad that I was able to, like you guys said, regain my head after losing it. But I'm also glad that Andy Reid's going to be calling the plays rather than me on Sunday.
So, what did you think after that first play? Because you obviously received the ball and your very first play was a pick. What was your first initial thought?
Am I allowed to swear on this stream?
Yeah, go for it.
I thought, oh shit. Here we go. But to be fair, I think Rory was playing a bit nice at the end. That allowed me to get in at the end. So, but well done to Rory anyway for winning.
Well done, Rory. He's joined us now.
Well done,
Thank you for popping in.
Well, good game.
Did you know? I think there was a minute 12 on the clock when you received the ball in the fourth quarter. Did you fully expect to go down the field and score, or was the nerves there?
Yeah, I hope to get down and obviously score. That's why I sort of tried to save the timeouts on the end of the drive. But yeah, that's nice support there. I'm trash. Lovely.
Yeah.
They're saying that a lot of the rules did help, like your league rules. Did they sort of play into how you called the plays and that sort of thing? You noticed there didn't call a lot of blitzes that you normally see in Madden, that sort of thing. It was a lot more simulation style.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
play a factor?
yeah, when you're playing in the league, obviously we've got like restrictions. We played the new. We're quite happy they brought in the new. They brought in the new house rules where you sort of limit the amount of limit the amount of plays you can choose per game and that. So obviously doing that, you're sort of changing up what you're using, what formation you're playing, with running your pass and everything. So yeah, that's all helpful. And then yeah, with the blitzes and such, sort of, I think that game wasn't blitzing as much because obviously you got to watch out for Hill and Hubman and all the speed on the outside, and then obviously you want to get to Mahomes, but as you saw, he's slippery and he can run. He can sort of get out of the pocket, make the play. So, yeah.
Just a quick question: who's got the parrot as or a cockatoo? I'm sure I can hear a bit. David's looking at me. No, it's David.
Yeah. I've got a parrot. I didn't even realise she was being that loud.
Rory, we've got a question from the audience.
Oh.
Next question.
You get to do what you want tonight. You've just won the eSuper Bowl. David, you didn't know this, and I didn't want to tell you, but I was struggling to find a Bucs fan, so I had to contact the league, which you've seen commenting in, which is Madden Out of Hours League. So I felt a bit sorry for you because these guys obviously play it probably a little bit more than you, but you definitely held your own. How often do you play Madden? Out of curiosity, and what game do you tend to play?
I tend to play franchise mode. I'm not going to lie to you. And I've sparingly played online, but nothing too serious. I was just happy to hang with him, to be honest. I thought he was going to put a 50 burger on me at one point. Like I said, I think he quite nicely let his foot off the gas towards the end. So it was that pick in his half really helped me out in the fourth quarter. So, but yeah, it was a good game.
You've got an offer from the Madden out of our league to go and join them. So I mean, you definitely not know. Out of curiosity, Rory, when all your mates are watching, so they'll tell me if you're lying. How do you often get on in the league?
I've been fairly successful in the league. We play sort of in the main league. You play a game every 3 days, and then you advance the next week. So I think we're now into season 3 or what? Yeah, about season 3, and so I haven't made Super Bowl yet, but yeah, no, it is a competitive league, so yeah. It's
what team do you play as in the league? Are you the Bucs in the league, or are you somebody else?
No, so the way we do it is it's sort of luck of the draw almost. And I got the Patriots, which is a bit stinky of a roster, but no, able to move things about. But yeah, actually playing today was the first time I've actually used Brady. Because in another league I've got, we do sort of legend players as well. So I used the Bucs in there, but I got rid of Brady and got in Doug Williams, great quarterback. But no, I just didn't want Brady with that lack of mobility. But yeah, it's good.
And is your league mostly a UK league, or is there guys in it from the States as well? Or
yeah, it's mostly UK. I think we might have a couple from Europe, but mostly it's UK. We don't have any Americans in there, I don't believe. But yeah, mostly UK based.
Yeah, I mean, to give Madden Out of Hours a shout out, they've been really great in obviously organising you to come on the stream because, like I said, I was really struggling. I had loads of Bills fans lined up for this game, and loads of Packers fans lined up for this game.
I was there saying I'd take the place of a fan if you needed. You had us both saying that.
Bucs. I could have lied.
Yeah.
So, So shout out to Out of Hours for helping us arrange
definitely.
David, thank you very much. I felt like you got chucked in the
No
deep end.
problem.
You most certainly swam, my friend. You did the Chiefs proud. And honestly,
I do try.
If the Super Bowl is as good as that was on Sunday, I think we're all on for a great show. And to
Good
be honest,
night.
you may be the one smiling on Sunday and probably not Rory, but who knows?
Well, I can't count out Tom.
And Rory, congratulations! You are the Gridiron Hub's eSuper Bowl champion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you
Well done.
if you message me your address, I'll get your Super Bowl ring over. I must admit, it's not made of gold or silver or platinum.
And I may have already chewed it. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Thank you very much.
You'll make coming up down here, Rory.
Yeah.
I have this really funny feeling that Rory's sister's someone really famous and we haven't picked up on.
Yeah, we're just
really
completely out of the loop.
She's got 10,000 followers on Insta. Right, no, thank you very much, guys. Just to shout out to our other shows. So tomorrow at 5 p.m. we've got Chris Tebbett going live with his betting show, and it's going to be Super Bowl specials. I believe there's going to be some daft bets in there as well. So if you want to waste some money on betting,
type.
Does who's doing the half-time show? Does she fall over? Who knows? Oh yeah, I said David was bringing Patrick Mahomes. There he is. Big Patrick Mahomes is with us.
Is that who took over the game in the second half? Was that the comeback?
in our homes.
No, he played the first snap.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Thank you to Owen and Quinn as well, who were my co-commentators and knew more about Madden. You guys are back on Sunday. What time are you back on Sunday?
Yeah, 6 o'clock Sunday.
6 o'clock Sunday, and you'll be discussing the Super Bowl. So
apparently so.
What's that?
Yeah.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to because it's the only game left of the season.
I was going to focus on another sport this week, but okay.
You're either discussing the Super Bowl or you're discussing Rory's sister. You got to choose one.
Can't we do both?
Not here as well now.
Really interested to find out who Rory's sister is.
He's gonna kick it. He's gonna log out in a minute. I'm not playing with these anymore.
Yeah,
So thank you very much, guys. And like I say, Rory, David, thank you very much. And you never know, one of you might be bet next year. So watch this space. Next year we'll definitely do it again. We'll make it grander. We're going to have halftime entertainment. We couldn't get Shakira this year, so we'll have to get it next year. But no, thank you very much, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you all tomorrow.